Good morning, everyone, or good day. So, we are so very thankful because, in spite of this COVID-19 pandemic, still we have opened this semester for you to continue your study. And in this semester, you will be learning under flexible learning modality. So, welcome to this subject, AST3, as our course orientation. So, yours truly is Dr. Julius T. Vergara, your professor in this subject. So, this subject has a course title of, or course number AST3, and with a course title of Reproductive Animal Physiology. So, based on the description taken from CMO 14, series of 2008, this subject will cover the basic concepts relating to reproduction in poultry and farm animals, including recent trends in animal reproduction technology. So, same with other professional subjects, this ASD3 will credit 3 units in your curriculum, and we are required to have 2 hours lecture and 3 hours laboratory per week. But since we are under flexible learning modality, this laboratory period will be conducted also at home. So because we have set of learning activity that you will conduct in your home in lieu of our laboratory period here in school. So at the end of the semester, you are expected to identify the parts and functions of male and female reproductive system. So since the subject is physiology, we are be more dealing on the process and the functions. So you are expected also to enumerate and discuss the different physiological processes which involve in reproduction. You are expected to demonstrate different methods of heat detection and develop skills in timing of breeding, breeding technologies, and handling breeding animals for better reproductive performance. So, all these things can be conducted also at home. So, you have nothing to worry. So, value the importance of animal reproduction to animal production. So, uh, you are expected to have that under this subject. So we have the criteria for grading. No, since we have or we are under the COVID pandemic, so the academic council of the Guimaras State College decided to have a different grading system. So this is our new criteria to rate your performance this semester. So we have examination 50%, we have project or output 50% in a total of 100%. So for the computation of your final grade, 50% will be taken from your midterm grade and 50% will be taken from your final. So you have to expect this semester 2 major examinations. We will have only midterm and we will have only final examinations. So this can be conducted also in the Google Classroom as our um, learning management system. So, still we have requirements because the your grade for project and output will be taken from these requirements. So we have three: native chicken breeding project, laboratory exercise, and term paper. So as I have said, we have a series of learning activities that you can conduct at your home. So for our native breeding project, so you are um, required to conduct a simple native breeding project at home, native chicken. So you are required to raise a maximum of 5 hens and a minimum of 2 hens with one rooster. So in this subject, you are encouraged to raise native chicken with different plumage pattern. So lain-lain ang iyang color sang balahibo. No? So because in this project, you will have to generate or to gather data because you will be rated in a different criteria. So production, 30%. So since this is a animal reproduction project, you are expected to produce chicks out of these hens and rooster. So breeding record, 30%. So what will be the content of the breeding record as another criteria? So you will have to record the number of eggs produced each of the hen. And then you have to record the number of eggs hatched by hens, and you have to record about the hatchability rate. So pila ang nagbuto. And then the hatching weight of the chicks, and then the survivability. No? So number of eggs laid, number of eggs hatched, the birth weight of the chicks, and then the hatchability rate. And another thing that you have to record as to the breeding is the plumage pattern. Plus the sexes of chicks, how many are male, how many are female. So that will test the reproductive performance of the hens and the reproductive performance of the rooster. So that is 30%. So this breeding record will be submitted also before this semester ends. So we cannot set deadline because we are online, but you have to ensure that before the semester will end, you can comply our requirements. So housing, because you have to raise chickens, you have to construct housing for them in order for them to be safe from stray animals, in order to for them to have a shelter during rainy seasons in hot summer months, and in order for them to be comfortable. So housing will be rated 20%. So you have to send me pictures, you have to send me videos for your project in order for us to monitor how your projects are being conducted. Okay, so 20% is the feeds and feeding. So what kind of feeds and what are your practices in feeding? So that will be rated 20%. Okay, another requirement is the laboratory exercises. So as I have said a while ago, we have infused learning activity in your curriculum that uh, is present in our Google Classroom. So learning activities that will be conducted at home will be rated for the content 50%, organization 30%, creativity 10%, style 10%. So most of our learning videos or learning activities are interview. You are advised to conduct interview only within your locality. There is no need for you to turn around Guimaras province for you to have that learning activity. You are encouraged only to do it within your locality to avoid too much exposure to COVID-19. And you are encouraged also to observe proper health protocols. Always wear face masks, face shields, especially if you are going to conduct interview. You have to bring with you your own alcohol, wash your hands, disinfect always, and observe social distancing. Okay, another requirement which will be submitted also before the semester ends is your term paper. Term paper will be rated 50% for the content, 30% for the organization, and the creativity 10%. And the style is 10%. Okay, so how can this term paper will be made? So I have here the format for our term paper. So for page 1, you have to place the title page. So what will be in the title page? So the heading, then the title, and then your name and there. So the title will be placed at the center of the page. So do not place anymore my name under the title page because I really know that you have to submit it to me. Huh? So make it simple. Do not make more colors, not draw anything. Huh? Ang iba na sunog-sunogon pa ang kilid, gali kay nasunog man gid. No? And then avoid too much animations, pages, page color, page design, etc. Okay, number 2, introduction. So in this term paper, you are required to look for a recent technology, a recent news, a recent development, a recent research about animal reproduction. So, where can't you get it? So there are lots of topics in the internet which you can utilize. So in your introduction example, if you are um, dealing with the topics on the reproduction of swine, so your introduction will cover about swine. So do not uh, introduce animals which are not inside your term paper. So brief summary will be your page 3. I am not requiring the whole articles. I am not requiring the whole technology. I am not requiring for the whole journal, but you have to summarize it. So observe proper way of summarizing. Because as experience, in order to pass the term paper, in order to summarize, some students will place first paragraph, omit the second paragraph, place the third paragraph, omit the fourth paragraph, place the fifth paragraph. Summarize. So what will be the your output? So there will be a missing article, the missing body of your paper. So please follow proper way of summarize. So next page. So anyway, the page numbers are flexible depending on the content of your paper. So page 4, reaction. So this will be the most important part of your paper because this will be your opinion. This will be the discussion of your side about the topic you are presenting. So do not take this part for granted because this will credit more points on your grades in term paper. And then the last one will be your references. Do not forget to cite authors. Do not forget um, to cite important people who work for the technology or work for that article that you are presenting. So, since we are online, you can submit this paper in a PDF format. So, I have given you a link here. You have to click this, and then this will lead to um, the folder of our activities in my Google Drive. Then you have to upload your work. So if you have internet connection, you are not allowed anymore to submit to me the hard copy. Just convert your work into PDF format and then upload it to my Google Drive using this link. So if you have questions, you can see me in our Telegram group. So you can ask questions there so that I can answer for any clarifications that um, is not clear to you. So good luck, students. See you in a Google Classroom. See you in our Telegram group. Happy learning.